So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and this is our friend PixiePincher. Used to seeing Pixie in the in one of the light tanks because he's extremely good in light tanks. Excels at light tank play, plays them far better than I'll manage to play them. But this time he's out in something different, the IS6, which is the Russian tier 8 heavy premium tank. It's one of the few premiums still in the game with preferential matchmaking, so it'll only see tier 9 as a maximum, and in this match he's got a nice matchmaking. It's a tier 8 game. He's on the new Paris map, and he's started off by heading south, and there seems to be increasingly this area around this underpass, overpass, whatever you want to call it, is the sort of brawling area of the Paris map now. Most of the heavies tend to come this way, although you look at the enemy team, at least 2 of their heavies have gone north. Now I can see why the T-32 would go up there, because he's got a turret armor made of titanium and there's a lot of ridges for him to use. But anyway, Pixie has been spotted by that ELC, but it looks like there's not an awful lot around here. Can he get shot in that ELC? No. Well, he can, but he tracks him. Oh, and he got hit by a Borsig. Where is that Borsig? That's not good. A Borsig can make a mess of your day, and he bounces another shot from the Borsig. That's 2 bounces. Now that is one of the beauties of this tank. It's got slightly weird armor. It has a couple of flat spots on sort of above what would be the mud guards. Oh, look at that. Hello, Mr. Oh dear, what's he even thinking? It didn't even seem to react. He must have seen Pixie pop out there. Plants a really big shot, and you can see the alpha damage on this is fantastic. Oh, that was a bit of a snapshot. Still did 430 damage. Wowza. That T-44-100 is really regretting sitting there. Although the final shot, of course, hits the track and does no damage. Somebody else takes him out, but we're only a couple of minutes into the game and Pixie's already on 1,000 damage and 1 kill. He's continuing his little rampage around the south here. It looks like all the enemy tanks that are headed north are being held up by a combination of mediums and TDs, as often happens, which is why they tend to come from the south most times I play this map. But none of the enemy team in their wisdom came this way, apart from that ELC and that T-44-100, who seem to just get completely lost. So Pixie's now around the rear, and he's got lovely. Oh, unlucky. I'm going to say he had that Panther 88 banged to right, but somebody else banged him before he got there. So yeah, a bit of a shame. We've worked all the way around here and done not as much damage as you might have expected, but he is still on full health. And he's going to need that, because here we go. Oh, that was yeah, that was the FCM. FCM is a good player, but he seems to be focused more on Pixie's friends there, and he bounces a shot, which is unlucky. The FCM is supposed to have very little armor, but whenever I play it or play against it, it seems to me that more and more shots get bounced. Oh, yeah. Good angling from against the M4, but unfortunately the FCM was paying attention and popped round, but Pixie's not having any of that and plants a really nice shot into the FCM. FCM will outload him, and he's moving around trying to make it as hard as he can, but yeah, FCM knew what he was doing, and that's the problem. The reload on this is pretty slow. It's a big gun, so he wafts another shot. Oh dear. Given the fact, ow, and he takes a shot from that MX-M4, and then he misses again. Oh my word, what are you doing, Pixie? And the M4's in the classic deer in the headlights scenario. It doesn't really know who to focus on, but so it allows Pixie to take him down. So the FCM's still in play. It's still a tight game. It's 10-7, but the enemy have still got a couple of their tier 8 heavies around. So but that is not a good position to I don't think either expected to see each other coming that way, but they both got good shots off, but Pixie can't take anything more. He's down to 51 health. But on the positive side, the enemy team have lost another tank, so it's now 12-8. So Pixie's just paying patience, and you can see this is where being a kind of light tank driver comes into its own, because he doesn't mind sitting there and waiting. He waited and waited and waited. FCM clearly wasn't, FCM, the VK obviously wasn't paying attention, and here we go, and he takes that out. Brilliant, nicely done. Okay, so we've done, suddenly we're up to nearly 4,000 damage. The FCM's down. It's just a Centurion left. Can we get a little bit more damage? Can we get over the 5k damage mark? That would be some game. Aim time on this gun, particularly at range, is not fantastic, but we finish off with 277 damage and take down the Centurion 1. Outstanding. Fairly simple game, but really good result. So it was a funny old game, that one, wasn't it? Because generally, as I say, when I've played that map, everything comes, all the heavies tend to come around the south from the spawn that the enemy were in, whereas in that game, very few of the opponents came south. All the heavies seemed to go north, and it didn't work for them, because the beauty of that map is actually it has very long sight lines down the main roads, which TDs can dominate. And if they've got heavies sort of side scraping or causing problems for the enemy team, then backed up by TDs, it's really hard to break through. Whereas as it was for there was only the ELC and the T44-100, both of which were brushed aside by Pixie's team. A bit of resistance by the FCM when he came back and tried to help out his team, but really, by then the game was over, because half their team was stuck in the sort of open ground in the north of the map. And Pixie was able to come right round, and he took a couple of big hits. That VK at the very end there was a bit fortunate. Clearly he hadn't expected the VK to be looking straight at him, and as he popped round the corner he got absolutely blatted. But you need a bit of luck in games, and it was a nice game, really nice game, and it was an ace tanker, in fact, which is a good result in the the IS6, because so many people play the IS6 so well. And it's a good all-round tank. It's a good brawler. It's got a really good gun. It's got pretty good armor. People who know how to hit it can damage it, but it's not easy to take out. So, a really good all-rounder tank. He got bruiser, he got duelist, fighter, fire for effect, and high caliber. Of course, did a whopping 4,263 damage and got 4 kills for 1,345 base XP. Outstanding. 17 shots fired, 15 of them hit, 12 of them penned. It's a big ass gun, 122mm gun, and it's not great at firing at range. Everything really needs to be done pretty close and personal, and you notice the shots that he tended to miss were the ones that were done at a bit of range. So he received 9 hits, 6 of which penned and 3 of which didn't. But look at this, 123,504. It's just ridiculous. Wow. Yeah, 123,000 credits. After costs, of which there weren't an awful lot, even though he rebuilt his tank, he still made... Hang on, no, that's wrong. That can't be right. That's something gone wrong with the site. He cannot have made 123 after... Okay, you spent 7,000. For some reason it hasn't worked, and he's put it down here on the replay description. So he spent 17,000. So he still made well over 100,000 profit on that game. Obviously some kind of glitch on the WOT replay site that doesn't put the right amount of profit, but over 100,000 profit. That's why people love the IS6. And he got 2,220 experience for his crew, which is again one of the reasons why people love the premium, and particularly the IS6, because it's a way of training up your Russian heavy crews and also generating a huge amount of profit. So really good game. If he hadn't been running a premium, still would have made 1,500 and, well, I don't know what that would have been, about 70,000 credits, something like that, 65,000 credits profit. Really monstrously good game, and that's why the IS6 is such a winner for many people. Winner, chicken dinner. Hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, please consider giving it a like down below. If you've got a replay that you'd like me to feature, just upload it like Pixie did here to the WOT replay site, whatreplays.com is the address. You just log in with your World of Tanks username and details, and then you can upload the replay file to this, and then just send the link. It's bit up here on the URL to me, gamerdom13@gmail.com. I'll take a look at it, and if I think it's going to be a good game for the channel, I'll stick it up there. So always pleased to receive games. I've had a couple through recently, so there'll be a few coming through in the next few days, as and when the schedule permits. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Just click on the subscribe button. It's free and it's easy, but it means you don't miss a thing. Enjoy your games, have fun. Just remember, it is just a game, and try not to take it too seriously. I'll see you again soon. GamerDom out.